When was the last time you looked at yourself in the mirror and felt complete acceptance? In a world where we are constantly being compared to others, many of us suffer from a lack of confidence. We strive to be better, forgetting that the foundation of any self-development is self-acceptance. Stoics such as Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus taught that our true strength lies in seeing ourselves as we are and accepting it without judgment. Accepting ourselves is not a refusal to grow, but the beginning of a journey to harmony and inner peace. In this video, I will explain how to use Stoic philosophy and practical exercises to gain this essential ability. Part 1. The Power of Acceptance. Why it's important to be yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, "Love what you are meant to love, and you will find peace." Accepting ourselves begins with realizing that each of us is unique, and that is our strength. Realizing our nature, our personality, character traits, and even flaws make us who we are. Epictetus taught, if you are born weak, develop your resilience. Accepting your nature is the first step to harmony. Example, Irina worried for a long time that she didn't know how to make decisions quickly. Instead, she realized that her slowness allows her to find better decisions. Tip, write a list of your strengths and weaknesses. Look at them as your unique qualities, not your weaknesses. Comparing yourself to others is a path to disappointment. Seneca warned us about the dangers of comparison. When you look at others, you don't see their struggles and doubts. Instead, focus on your own path. Example, Sergey was envious of a co-worker's success until he learned that he was working 14 hours a day, sacrificing his personal life. Tip, practice gratitude for what you have, instead of focusing on what you don't have. Part 2. Accepting imperfections as a path to growth. Flaws as points of growth. Marcus Aurelius advised using your weaknesses as an opportunity to become stronger. If you fear or avoid something, it's a signal that this is where you can grow. Example, Oleg was afraid of public speaking. Instead of avoiding them, he started speaking in front of his friends. Over time, the fear disappeared. Tip, pick one flaw you have and find a way to turn it into a strength. Self-forgiveness. The Stoics taught that a mistake is part of the journey. Epictetus said, do not blame yourself for what you have done. Blame yourself if you don't learn. Example, Katya had long blamed herself for a failed project. Applying the advice of the Stoics, she analyzed the mistakes and used that experience for a new successful endeavor. Tip, after any failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Part 3. Mindfulness practices for self-acceptance, meditation and reflection. Marcus Aurelius spent time alone with himself every day reflecting on his actions. This helped him understand his feelings and motives. Example, Helena made a habit of writing down her thoughts in a journal. This helped her to better understand her emotions and stop berating herself for little things. Tip, spend 10 minutes a day alone with yourself reflecting on the day. Focus on the present moment. Epictetus said, the past is gone, the future is unknown, only this moment matters. Accepting yourself becomes easier when you live in the here and now. Example, Michael was constantly worried about missed opportunities. By practicing mindfulness, he learned to appreciate the present moment. Tip, apply the 5 senses technique. Notice what you see, hear, feel, smell, and touch. Part 4, how to live in harmony with yourself. Follow your values. The Stoics believed that harmony comes when you live according to your inner principles. Example, Anna had always wanted to pursue creative endeavors but was afraid of being judged. After accepting her desires, she started painting, which made her happier. Tip, make a list of your values and regularly check to see if you are living up to them. Attitude toward criticism. Seneca said, criticism has no power if you are sure of your path. Example, Paul was afraid of negative feedback about his work. By practicing stoicism, he stopped taking them personally if he knew he was doing the right thing. Tip, take criticism as an opportunity to learn, but don't let it define your worth. Part 5, how to strengthen self-acceptance in everyday life. Practice gratitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, every day has something to be grateful for. Example, Svetlana started thanking herself for small accomplishments, and her confidence grew. Tip, every night write down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. A supportive environment, Seneca taught that our environment influences our perceptions. Find people who inspire you to be yourself. Example, Oleg started hanging out more with friends who accepted him for who he was and noticed how it improved his self-esteem. Tip: analyze your environment. If someone is constantly criticizing you, limit communication with them. Finale: self-acceptance as the foundation of happiness. Accepting yourself is not the end of the journey, but the beginning. The Stoics taught us that we should see both strengths and weaknesses in ourselves, but not be afraid of them. This is the key to a harmonious and happy life. Practice mindfulness, gratitude, and live according to your values. You are already worthy of love and respect. Simply for being you,